on. Enjoy that.
Welcome to the Rude Dog Show. This is Rudy Reyes live here at Super Bowl 57. I wonder where they're going to get away from the Roman numerals, or if they are. Do you think they go back to numbers instead of Roman, or how high do they get?
I don't know. I think you keep going till somebody complains enough and he tells you to stop, right? That's usually how it works. So I
wonder who that's going to be.
Not enough complaints going on. So.
Maybe Roger Goodell would have to throw that down.
I think Roger has enough on his plate to worry about some numbers.
The Roman numerals?
Yeah, I think it's like the very last on his list.
A little bit? Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, one can always hope, right? But right now we're still in the Roman numeral stage. We're still here on this planet. Speaking of live on the planet, Willie Colon here, former Pittsburgh Steeler, and shame on me for not remembering. But Willie, I have actually interviewed you in person.
We have talked. I remembered your face. I didn't remember the last name. I knew Rudy. So.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm memorable. It wasn't about the movie.
No,
Rudy.
I actually hate the movie. Actually,
you don't like that movie?
One of my best friends is actually one of my former co-hosts during my time with Barstool, Mike McCarthy. He's in Dover. It was actually in the movie. So, and I tease him that I hate the movie.
Fair enough. All right. Well, the hate is.
Rudy would have never.
The hate is. But do I look like Rudy?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Then what?
You look like
Well, never mind. I don't know if we want to have. I don't know if we have time enough for that. Fair enough. We're even now. We're even now. No, that's all good. Willie Colon here, Joyce. I had Cam over up. You seen Cam hanging around here?
He was doing some man on the street type stuff.
He was social.
I was over there in the corner chopping it up with him.
Yeah. Had a pleasure talking to him yesterday. Fantastic guy. You can't miss him. The shirt he's wearing.
He looks good. I was with, one of my days with the Steelers, Cam. I had him a couple years where he was really young. Mm-hmm. And obviously, about his legacy and his father and all that. But he was just a big college bro. And now that he has a little swagger, he got a little machismo to him. He's all world defensive lineman. Yeah. I told him, I said, man, I'm proud of you. You came a long way.
Yeah. He did. He's still on his way though, and I know he's sore. Not only for not winning Walter Payton Man of the Year, which I was hoping he would win. Yeah. Finally, get that monkey off his back.
I think he's going to get it.
You think he's going to get it?
Yeah, I think he'll get it. Okay. Hopefully he gets it. He deserves. He does a great job of, winning charities off the field, him and his family, and I know his brothers are really involved as well. So, and he's just an all-around great human being.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely. Outstanding. I love talking to Cam. His brother landed, I think it was yesterday afternoon or something like that. I guess you're saying with a friend that lives here.
I mean, I don't know. I would be lying if I told you. Right? No, I'm actually not staying in a hotel. I'm staying with Big Mac Starks. He lives in Scottsdale, so I'm actually hunkered down at his fortress. He has a beautiful home. He doesn't like to brag about it, but if I had a home like that, I would definitely be bragging about it. Yeah. So it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, Max. He's I never meet him in person. I was in fan mode when I met him for the first time, and he was hosting a luncheon with Clark Higgins. And his family. Clark, right? It was fabulous. It was a great time. Serving breakfast and everything there. But one thing about Big Max, he just has the gift of gab. He didn't know that he had it. He didn't know. It only took for him to retire for him to recognize, man, that's my calling.
No, I think he knew. I think he was just waiting to retire. Yeah, Max is definitely a talker. He'll talk to the tree. There's not definitely not.
No response from the tree.
Yeah, the only thing, thing about offensive linemen, I think people don't give us enough credit about. We're big. We can be menacing. We can be ornery, if you will. But a lot of us do have personalities. I mean, a lot of us are able to talk to. We have to communicate. Part of our job. Sure. So we don't mind sitting down next to a random and just having a random conversation.
It's like, how you doing? What'd you eat today?
Right.
What size shoes do you have? What's your favorite color?
What's the sugar in that? It's part of our conversation.
35 grams per teaspoon or something? I don't know.
That's a lot.
You are. So you've been retired from the NFL for a while. How was that adaptation process work for you? And the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of players going through the very same motion, same type of dynamic, trying to find themselves. I know Tom Brady just retired again. Don't know if that's going to last, but at least he did retire. He said on Instagram, can't know if that's true or not. Anyway.
Well, it's not an easy transition. I think, I was recently having this conversation with a good friend of mine who's in marketing. We're catching up, and he was saying how for a lot of football players that one of our biggest obstacles is to not only reinvent ourselves and find our purpose, but also be comfortable with whatever new role we're in, and that's a lot. And sometimes if you don't have that kind of social norms to kind of just pick up the phone and say, hey, my name is such and such, and I'm here to talk to you about XYZ, it's a lot. So it's a lot of kind of reinventing yourself, a lot of trying to find out, what's going to get me up out of bed. Obviously, some people are fortunate enough to not work, and some folks still have to go to work. And so, but nevertheless, you just want to find something that's kind of going to continue to stir up that fire in your belly.
Sure. No, absolutely. Speaking of fire in bellies, I know that that guy over there, Von Miller, certainly has fire in his belly after being injured and out for the season for Buffalo.
Buffalo missed him dearly.
Big time.
He's such a game changer. When you're in the edge rusher of his type, and I played on the edge for a long time, offensive tackle. I've gone against a lot of extremely good pass rushers will make Von Miller, that guy was his ability to, one, never stop his feet on the pass rush, two, his flexibilities out of 12 and 3. He's just a menace. He's tenacious when it's time to get after the quarterback. And that's why he gets paid the bucks. I mean, he looked like a Christmas tree walking around there. Yeah, I've never seen so many diamonds on a grown man in my life.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that was actually Von Miller or maybe the diamond version of Von Miller.
Right.
The walking tree thing with the feet on the bottom of it. But he had a transition out of a Rams system where he won a Super Bowl title. Had already won one with Denver, right? But how do you dewire, is the right word or not, how do you dewire yourself from that football mentality? How does that work?
Well, I think for a lot of players, it's just about understanding that whatever your glory years, or whatever you consider your glory years, necessarily aren't over. You know what I mean? We kind of put a cap on because we're not putting on the helmet, and we're not playing in front of 80,000 that we're not relevant. That's not true. The glory years all comes down to you maximizing your body's potential, your mind, and everything. So, and then trying to just continue to move forward. I think too many of us put, because we hang up the spikes. We're like, all right, life is over. Like, you still have a lot of life to live. You got to look at it in that regard, and you got to get rid of a lot of positive people.
Oh, sure. No, absolutely. You have to have the right mind of people, because what happens is predominantly is even when players are not retired, you have a lot of people knocking at your door saying, hey, what you got going on over here? I want some of that cheese. How do you prevent that? How did you prevent that from happening? You just surrounded yourself with a very small circle.
Oh, you mean as far as like people asking me for money and stuff like that?
Yeah, just kind of going through those motions.
Listen, it's hard to say no, especially to people you love, and especially to people who are as close to you as a brother and sister. But you also realize at some point, it's not about the no, it's about, well, why are you asking me for something that I know you can do for yourself? Mm-hmm. Or, on top of that, if I wasn't here, how would you go about doing it?
Right.
And so when you present those options to them, like, hey, if I didn't make the money I made, how would you how would you want to open this business? How would you want to go to school? How would you want to go pay for this? And so I constantly try to remind them in that regard, like, listen, imagine if I wasn't here. And then if you hit a wall that way, then circle back around.
Sure.
Don't always use me as the first option.
Right. Wow. I imagine I've never been in that situation, circumstance, coming to me, asking me for financial help, financial assistance, and the obscene amount of dollars. It's not dollars, it makes no sense. But I guess the transitioning out of being in the limelight, having all the posts, locker room pressures, things of that nature, how does that look on a normal morning when you're retired, when you're done, when the day has already passed by, you've already watched the football game? I'm assuming it's football. You're still kind of connected to that. How do you go and deprogram yourself? How does that work? What's your process?
Well, for me, it's just being able to understand that sometimes you got to keep your main thing, and then cut down enough time for people who really are invested in you and checking back in. I wasn't married when I was on the field, but now that I'm off the field and retired and I have 2 kids and a wife, I realize my energy and my body language means a lot to me. And so I have to be constantly conscious if I'm in a bad mood. That means, like, it's not my kids' fault. It's not my wife's fault. So I got to continue to do my job in that regard. and to tap into them. And you know, if I'm having a bad day, I know how to go about kind of decompress. And that's without a bottle or without a drug. Sometimes it's more going to reading or kind of just going for a walk. But everybody needs that outlet. Everybody who's in their household, they deserve the best of it. And sometimes you got to be cognizant.
Right. And you know, you hear of guys leaving the NFL who, as they say, have CTE or maybe there's levels of CTE. CTE a real thing? Do you believe in those?
It's just a real thing. I mean, you can only detect if you have CTE if you're dead. You know, that's when they're able to go into the brain to see. But nevertheless, guys are definitely with a multitude of things. But also, the NFL is trying its best to keep back on those things. You talk about, you know, within the game, it's hard to helmet. I think special teams eventually is not going to be around in the game. So they're really trying to do little things to kind of minimize the head-to-head contact. You get the best athletes in the world, not even on the field, but in practice, going against each other. So, and now even we watch a lot of NFL practices, they actually have protection on top of the helmet, so kind of try to negate some of that head impact. So, NFL's trying its best, but it's still a very violent, fast, and brutal game.
Yes.
It is, and you know, games can change in a moment's notice. The minute you insert, let's just say another quarterback, changes the dynamic completely. From a wide receiver standpoint, and the only reason why I'm going to ask this question is because Antonio Brown played with him. You understand his tendencies, what he was like in the locker room. Coach Tomlin didn't care for the antics on the sidelines that he was exhibiting. Kicking canisters, things like that, you know, water in it was on full display. But this has been done with every team that he's been on, not only Beach or currently going on the business, but there, to me, and again, I'm trying to be objective here, when I see him pull those antics, I don't know what to think. And I know a lot of people are with me on that as well. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, he's retired. I think he's retired. I know they're coaching. He's retired. And two, you know, you can never judge a guy because, you know, sometimes his competitive spirits get away from him. I was known to get high in. Most guys in the field of play, when you're out there fighting, scrapping, and you have the best out of that day, and you don't get it for whatever reason, you don't really listen. So I think we all, former players, and especially the ambassadors of the game, you try to teach kids that, like, you know, somebody's watching. Somebody's watching you, and you're going to judge their character. So if you're doing things that's out of character, so you don't wear that.
It's a lot of
you really
learning.
want that to be a part of your game. So it's a lot of pushing. It's a lot of players,
when to push and when not to
push.
push.
Battle sport when you play.
My wife and I are fortunate because
Tom Brady throws
boys can
tackles.
remember
Things happen. It is.
I used to bring them to work.
It is what it is, yeah, no, I hear you. Willie Colon joins me here for just a few minutes longer. I know you're waiting for your guys.
I mean, I'm here with Sirius XM.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to go hang with you.
I have a morning show from 6 to 9 a.m. 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Channel 2 in the morning. And so I'm listening to the panel. I get everybody else talking.
Well, there it is. And you do a great job. So post-career, this is where you're at. It's good.
This is where I am at. I didn't expect it. I think a lot had to do with I contribute what I'm doing now to my wife. My wife is on this, but you take it seriously. This can be something for you. And I just put one foot in front of the other and maximize all my opportunities. And I was extremely fortunate to land with Sirius XM.
Wow, that's fantastic. And they're very, very fortunate to have you with the wealth of knowledge. Obviously, well spoken, being able to just tell like it is real, how you feel. Well, I mean, you can. That's all you can do, right? Just be yourself. But I certainly appreciate the time. I appreciate you being here. And we'll see everybody soon. This is Rudy Reyes, the Dog Show live from Radio Row with the great Willie Colon. And by the way, I'm calling it perfect. It's still kind of them today a little bit, I think.
You know what? Anytime you're out west around the sun, you got to dress. It's crazy. It's cold in New York right now.
But they got a bunch of dudes that have been there. Kelsey at center, right tackle, veterans,
spring fresh.
Sunny.
Sunny. That's good.
Sunny's good. Sunny's good. Well, thank